Hey guys again, it's me, Today's episode, I got the music in the background for my TV. We go through this article. It's official Charlie Sheen. And the article is called, simply, After Charlie Sheen Questions the Official 911 Story. I'll just drop down my guitar. There. So, I'll just quote some things that are in this thing. Like, let's see, what is this one? On page 3 of the article. It says, if there's a problem with Building 7, then there's a problem with the whole thing. Which is true. Very, very true. And the term pullet is commonly used in demolition. This is obviously referring to World Trade Center 7, which I am doing more research on every day. Now, I was probably wondering why it's saying show number 3 up there. Well, because show number 2 has been uploaded. I know I haven't shown you it yet, because it hasn't come out yet. Simple as that. Now, wait a second, with stupid computers being an idiot. Let's fix that. See, show number 2 will come out just before this show. But you're wondering, wait a minute, I got referred to show 3? I haven't seen show 2. You don't really have to see show 2, because show 3 comes straight after show 1. Because show 2 is just showing you around here, pretty much. Okay, more to the article. It was posted on prisonplanet.com on March 20th, 2006, and calls for a truly independent investigation joins growing ranks, which is true. The 911TruthM0vement is getting bigger and bigger, and next weekend I'm going to 911TruthM0vement thing. It's going to be fun, and I'll upload the pictures to this broadcast, and I'll be in show 4, which comes out every 2 weeks. I thought nice. One show every 4 weeks. Sorry if you can hear this. The very noisy people. Anyway, onto this again. He also comes with a push behavior that disacted normal. And the Pentagon. After me finished speaking, I'll be showing a video that he made called The Message to the President. You might be able to different part, as this media player does not allow me to push something like that. A real investigation. So I'm aiming to this article and I'll read. Sheen joined others in calling for a revised and truly independent investigation of 9/11. Sheen said that September 11 wasn't the Sapuna film, it was the Sapuna Film Festival, and that inquiry had to be headed if possible by some neutral investigation committee. What if we retired political foreign nations? What if we used experts that don't have any ties whatsoever with this administration? Which is fair. I'm gonna call on anybody watching this to join your local We Are Change organization. I don't know, We Are Change Prison. Join your local chapter. We really need this truth out. Because if you're watching this, and you're not doing anything, you're not a real person who cares about the truth. This is what this channel is about. It's truth writing. Now, let's see what happens. Another thing he's done here on the first page, down the bottom, it says, we're not conspiracy theories on this, and that's true. We are truth seekers on this. We're not conspiracy theories. So it seems to me like this is Charlie Sheen talking. It seems to me like 19 amateurs with box cutters managed to hit 75% of the targets. That feels like a conspiracy theory. Now, not much really onto this show, except for me talking for 4 minutes now. I've also got an ad from one of the YouTube videos channels I watch, and now Extreme Show. Here I'll say I do command a lot if I can find these things down here. Here we go, my file stuff. And here's the today, right here. The Alex Job, the one and all. Remember, my favourite slogan. keep your coins, I won't change. All we need is a new message. And if there's nothing, if the modern story is what they told us, it'll show us footage of the plane hitting the Pentagon, not those stupid 4 frames. Okay, so as I said before, this could be a 2-part episode. 2-part. This depends if my media player will be a donkey's ass or not. Now, I just have a good enough shirt with this on the back. 9/11. That's now a patch. But now, I made a new shirt, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm revealing it here. Voila! Investigate 9/11 on the front. See? Down the bottom, I'm going to be putting "We Are Change." And over here, on the back, it says 9/11 was an inside job. Then, below, Infowars.com. So, remember guys, subscribe up top and thumbs up down below. Also, MNG Fix, I can reveal it right now. MNG Fix is over. I will not be commenting any MNG Fix for this season. I can't be bothered really doing it because I'm focusing on this. So yes, remember guys, keep spreading the truth in 9/11 and everything else. A Bilderberg special edition could be coming up tomorrow, whether or not I'm in the right state of mind. Remember guys, thumbs up. And remember, V for victory. Resistance is victory, as Alex Room shows. Thanks guys again for watching this. Even though I'm not getting that many views, I don't really care. I just do my part to spread the truth.
No warning signs that I'm aware of.
And it was a revelation that the White House had no intention of making public.
President Bush was told in August that Osama bin Laden might be planning an attack involving the hijacking.
Could have predicted.
Nobody in our government, at least.
August 6th PDP.
I believe the title was Bin Laden determined to attack inside the United States.
70% of family members' questions were never answered during the 9/11 Commission report.
Lee Hamilton and Thomas Keane said they were set up to fail.
I mean, I'm a member of the commission. It's a scam. It's absolutely disgusting.
The questions, Mr. President. The questions.
Building 7 ablaze at the moment and apparently getting ready to collapse.
Building 7, free-fall collapse.
Well, no, there's number 7 coming down. The excitement and the fun that people get watching an old building being demolished, and they wired very carefully for days, and it's a very careful operation.
Third time today. It's reminiscent of those pictures we've all seen too much on television before, when a building was deliberately destroyed by well-placed dynamite to knock it down.
The smartest thing to do is pull it. And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse.
Jane, what more can you tell us about the Salomon Brothers building and its collapse?
Well, only really what you already know. Details are very, very sketchy.
We are getting information now that one of the other buildings, Building 7 in the World Trade Center complex, is on fire and has either collapsed or is collapsing.
The Pentagon. Vanishing airplane.
From my close-up inspection, there's no evidence of a plane having crashed anywhere near the Pentagon. The only site is the actual site of the building that's crashed in, and as I said, the only pieces left that you can see are small enough that you could pick up in your hand. There are no large tail sections, wing sections, a fuselage, nothing like that anywhere around, which would indicate that the entire plane crashed into the side of the Pentagon.
Firefighters and police describing explosions. A lot of them.
The secondary explosion. We've got numerous people covered with dust from the secondary explosion.
Floor by floor instead of popping out.
It was like, if they had detonated.
Yeah,
as
detonated.
If they were planned to take down a building. Boom, 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 boom.
Looks sort of like the building just demolished.
Even if there was no secondary explosives in the building.
Kind of like gunfire. You know, bang, 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 bang. And then all of a sudden, 3 big explosions.
Do you know if it was an explosion or if it was a building collapse?
To me, it sounded like an explosion.
Chief Albert Turry told me that he tried to get his men out as quickly as he could, but he said that there was another explosion which took place, and then an hour after there was another explosion in one of the towers here.
Sibel Edmonds, FBI translator, breaking her gag order.
All our intimate relationship with Bin Laden and Taliban, we did carry very intimate relationship with these people all the way up to September 11.
Bin Laden was spirited into this military hospital in Rawalpindi for kidney dialysis treatment. The military had him surrounded. They were saying that Osama bin Laden had to be watched carefully and looked after.
NORAD standing down. Where were the planes?
On now to one of the eeriest moments amid the carnage of 9/11. A mysterious plane was seen flying right over the president's residence.
The E-4Bs over New York and Washington, otherwise known as the Doomsday Planes.
It has never been officially explained.
Cell phones working at impossible altitudes. Solicitor General Ted Olson receiving phone calls that the FBI says were never made.
What happened during that call? This is the only information we have on these terrorists.
She was able to call him twice. How she could pull that off, we don't know, but she did.
These are the questions, Mr. President. These are the questions. They go on and on.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. I come to you today representing the families of the victims of September 11th, as well as millions of my fellow Americans. Hopefully by now you've had a chance to read my letter to you, 20 Minutes with the President, and if not, at least had its contents brought to your attention. We have questions, Mr. President. Lots of questions. A lot of them are detailed in my letter, but trust me, there are hundreds of more questions. As my letter chronicles, sir, the 9/11 Commission itself says they were lied to, deceived, and essentially prevented from carrying out a real investigation. The people of the United States and the world demand the truth, sir.
We have to continuously ask questions. That's what a patriot does. That's what a true American does. We ask questions.
You, sir, have the power as well as the responsibility to initiate a truly independent congressional investigation into the events of 9/11 as well as its aftermath. We want our country back, Mr. President. Therefore, I'm not just calling on you and your team. I'm calling on each and every American citizen to wake up, stand up, and demand the truth. We're counting on you, Mr. President. Be on the right side of history.
Are you now saying that they weren't asking to block an investigation?
An investigation must not interfere with the ongoing efforts to prevent the next attack.
Senator Tom Daschle said last week that you called him several times and urged him not to investigate the events of September 11th.
Tom's wrong. He has, I think, in this case, well, let's say a misinterpretation.
Challenge. What are you doing to unlock minds?